Hello, everyone. This is Katie Lovewell. I'm here with Louise Lovewell. We're both from Remax Accord, the Lovewell team, and we are here to give you our monthly San Francisco Bay Area East Bay market update.
Good morning. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Louise, and she's going to start by telling you what she is seeing right now.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day, kind of a little after Easter and Passover, and spring has started, though it's still a little chilly. It was cold yesterday. Anyway, so the market, I'm going to talk a little bit about the appraisals, which we've had 4 go pending in the last month. And we have been lucky because we've kind of, what should I say, counseled our sellers to say, don't always look at the highest offer, but maybe look at the offer that has strength behind it, but yet maybe that's going to be realistic, because at the end of the day, when a buyer and a seller go into contract, the seller has to realize that he or she has to sell it twice. You have to sell it first to the buyer to make sure that you've come to an agreement on the price, but then ultimately their lender has to say, yes, the value is the value that the two of you agreed on, or it could be more, it could be less. And that's where it can be a little tricky. We just really have been very lucky in that all 4 escrows, we had 2 that actually had desktop appraisals, which is kind of a fancy term for meaning that the appraiser actually doesn't go out to the property. I guess they feel they have enough information that we've provided, or that they have, or the combination of both, but they don't actually go and look at the property, which is kind of rare, wouldn't you say, Katie?
Yes.
So anyway, and then we sort of put a limit, because the limit meaning that the buyers are so anxious to get their offer accepted that most buyers are saying no appraisal contingency, which if I'm the buyer means that if that property doesn't appraise, I have to come up with the difference. Not all buyers have an extra 50, 100, whatever it is that it doesn't appraise for in the bank. So it's been a challenge, but I think because Katie and I have taken the conservative approach, working with the buyer and the buyer's agent and our sellers, and just working as a team. And I think that's the key, working together as a team before you go into contract to say that, so there's no unfulfilled expectations on either part. Do you want anything, Katie?
Yeah, and we've been very fortunate that actually 3, and again, with the work, we also prep and really try and help the appraiser make it possible that they can appraise the property, even with prices going up so much. And so 3 out of the 4 houses that we were pending with did appraise at the list price. And the 4th one was only 11,000 off, which overall is pretty good, because we've definitely heard of stories of appraisals being off by 50, 80, even I've heard of one that was $150,000 difference from the appraised or the contract price. So, and that's no one wants to hear that, not the seller, not the buyer. So overall, we've been good with that. And then in general, we still see that, there's been a lot of talk about inventory being low. And it's, when you look at the numbers compared to last year, because of the pandemic, things were actually even worse. There was less houses for sale than there are now. That being said, just overall, what we're seeing, the reason why prices continue to go up, although it seems like perhaps they're slowing a little bit, but still overall, the demand, there's just more buyers than there are houses for sale. So with that, our buyers are still experiencing, multiple offers. One home in Fremont that we bid on had 14 offers. The homes that we all went pending range from 5 to 21 offers. So in general, it's just still a lot of demand and a lot of competition. One other note is that interest rates have gone up slightly, whereas before many buyers were able to get interest rates below 3%, which is just historically so low. And now I think most people are probably looking at the low 3s, which is still incredible, but that may also have an effect on people's ability to put offers in and may ultimately reduce competition. But right now, the competition is still great. So that's what I'm seeing in the market. Is there anything else you want to add, Louise?
No, I think that's pretty true. I mean, interest rates of 3% are still really, really, really good.
Right.
So I think that should be fine. And, you know, I'm just really, because we've been showing a lot of homes, and so I'm really getting kind of a feel of like the inventory, and it's like, I think kind of like the wind, I feel a little bit of change, not a lot, but in some certain, things, like we've been looking, we have one client that's been looking at duplexes, and I noticed that some of them are starting to sit. So it's possible the wind is shifting a little. And again, like Katie was saying, I was sort of comparing the last 3 years, like in Hayward and Fremont, the number of sales, other than Hayward, the number of sales in 2019 for the month of March was like 94. This year we're 59, but last year we were 53. So I really think it's the demand. I think the inventory might be there, but it's just the demand is so high, is really great. It's kind of my thoughts.
So I think that's it for this month. We'll see what happens with next month, unless you have anything more to add.
So be safe, be well, happy spring, enjoy this beautiful weather. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.